Hello, Adora Alfie here, and welcome back to Factorio Space Age. So in the last episode, we got Walker over here set up, right? And I've been sending Walker to go and pick up asteroids so we can process them into space science and things like that. Right now, it has a huge backlog of space science that like stopped it from going back and forth. Also, it can run out of ammo really easily, so that's kind of a problem. I might have to think of a solution for that, but for the time being, hopefully it's okay. It had some problems with like copper production, I think, and it was because I had set like this limiter to the incorrect amount. Wait, no, this is fine. It's like this limiter. Yeah, this wasn't set to a sufficient amount, right? I think it was set to like 80 or something, which meant the copper like stopped around here roughly, and I have to have the copper at least like be up to here, right? So that like this can pick it up. So we had that issue. I fixed that. So it'll get rid of excess iron now so that it can clear the belts to process more asteroids into copper and iron. So I have that set up as well. Other than that, I haven't done too much with the ship. Oh, I'm not sure if I had this set up the last time. I have a arm picking up calcite and we're dropping off calcite as well down to Norwich. I think I did have that set up last time, right? Okay, but that's all for Walker. However, today we're going to be designing Edgemaster, the ship that's going to go to the solar system edge, right? I think that's what it's called. Yeah, the solar system edge over here. Which means it's going to have railguns. That's like the main difference, right? Between that and our new ships. And our older ships, I guess. So the front of the ship is going to be this like defensive emplacement, basically. I initially was planning on just having railguns facing forward like this. But I think that might like give us some blind spots, especially like if an asteroid's like going here, right? Like you can see the corner, right? If it doesn't get enough time to like shoot we might have it hit the side of the ship or something. So I put a railgun here and here to catch any stragglers. It does increase like the width that we're gonna be kind of clearing, right? So that's gonna be a thing, but hopefully it's not too bad. We can't put anything in front of these, so I have like cleared up the space between, yeah, in front of its firing range basically, right? And I placed a few asteroid collectors. I put like blueprints for epic asteroid collectors, but I'm not sure if I'll actually go with epic asteroid collectors. We do have a bit of a blind spot like around this corner, I think, where we can have asteroids that don't get collected, but I think that's okay. That's a sacrifice we're gonna have to take given this design. I could scoot over these railguns and have one over here, but then all the belts and stuff are gonna be annoying, so I'm just gonna leave it as is. If it's not enough, I'll think of something. Other than that, like, I guess, like, since we're collecting Promethium with the ship later, probably, right? I might want to do that, actually. I'll think about it. I'll make the change at some point. After that, we have a bunch of gun turrets, and then we have some rocket turrets behind this, which should have, hopefully, enough range. If I can get, like, more, like, higher quality rocket turrets, that'd be good, too, but I think they should have enough range. I'll have to, like, set up the target priorities as well. I'll do that in a bit as well. But other than that, I set up all the bells that we need. And the next thing I want to do, I've already gotten like a bunch of stuff delivered here, is to set up a fusion reactor. Boop. We're going to be doing a double fusion reactor, right? A 2x1. And we already have one in Aquilo. So it's going to be mostly something like this. Except we don't need the heat pipes anymore, right? And... oh, we do need to like supply fuel still. Even if you don't need a heat pipe. Okay, okay. So I guess we still need to have like a belt going to it, right? Let's see. So if I take the fusion generators, I could just like do them like this. You can't have like a fusion generator attached to another fusion generator, because if you pay attention to the arrows, right, they have very clearly distinct directions. So like you can have plasma going to here, and then have plasma going from the sides to another fusion generator, right? However, you cannot have like plasma going into pipes. Yeah, wait, did I say pipes? Did I say that they can go into pipes? No, no. Like the plasma can't go into pipes, so you have to like pass it between the generators. Yeah, yeah. The hot fluoroketone doesn't need to go into pipes though and get pumped out, right? So that is still a thing. You can't do pass through for the hot fluoroketone, unfortunately. So you're gonna have to have slightly more complicated designs if you're tiling it, or if you're having like bigger like reactors. But for a 2x1, this should be good enough. We only need 8 of these. The reason why you need more fusion generators when you have more fusion reactors is because of the adjacency bonus. Like with just one, you only need 2 of these. But with two of them, you don't need four. You need eight, not four, right? Because like they get a double, they double basically because of their adjacency bonus, right? And if you put another one, like the one in the center will be like three times as many, while this will be like times two, and the one at the top will be times two as well. Okay, so with that done, let's get the hot fluoroketone outputs kind of set up. I have like two ideas, right? Because I think each one of these produces like two hot fluoroketone. If you mouse over it, right? Consumption is two, which means it'll output two hot fluoroketone, because this makes like four hot fluoroketone by itself. Sorry, it consumes four fluoroketone and outputs four hot fluoroketone. However, since it's gonna have adjacency bonus, it's gonna be doing that. It's gonna be using twice as much fluoroketone. So with that, we can basically use the cryo labs, right? The cryo plants to cool it down. And I think this is like four in one machine, right? We can put modules in here too, obviously. Yeah, this processes four. So like one of these can process two of these. So I could technically just have this, this, and this. And that's like the perfect ratio. Or I could have like one with like a ton of modules, doubling its speed, right? So I'll think about like how much space we have and decide based on that. But I kind of like this design, because then you can just cycle these back. And that's like a perfect reactor, right? We do need a bit of like fluoroketone storage, just so it's not like lagging, I guess. So I want to put a storage container here. It will like send fluoroketone back and forth between the reactors and stuff too. So this is like all just like one pipe system. Oh yeah, if you mouse over it, you can see that it's one pipe system. And into here, we want to put the fluoroketone that we have in barrels right now. I brought some from Aquilo. And for that, we're going to need an assembling machine. Oh, assembling machine 3. Boop. And I want you to unbarrel cold fluoroketone. We're going to do this temporarily, just to like fill this with fluoroketone before we get this done, right? The other thing we need to do is put in the fuel cells. I don't think... Like, once you put the fuel cells in, they get consumed, right? They don't output, like... There's no spent fuel cells, right? Yeah, it's only in. So, just like one splitter like this, and a belt, should be more than enough. Even, like, a belt like this is more than enough, I think. And... we don't need to worry about putting in too much fuel, because fusion reactors only use up as much fuel as they need need to generate power for, right? So that's like totally fine. But we need this to come from like the hub, right? I also put a bunch of cargo bays down because we needed some, but I think I can remove some for now, and we can decide where we want to put them later. But let's remove these for now. We still have enough space. Okay. So where do I want to put this build, right? I can pretty much put this build almost anywhere. I could even have it at the back, and that's like not a huge issue. Having it closer to my ship, like the hub, is kind of nice though. But I don't want it to take up a lot of space. And I think the front is going to be full of a lot of production, right? So let me actually just put it all the way at the back. I know belt's going to be full of fuel cells. That's kind of annoying, isn't it? I guess like for that reason, maybe having it near the hub is kind of good. So what if I put it like... Oh wait, what's under tech? Oh, novice. Yeah, I still haven't dealt with the novice problem. Basically expanding my borders, so I'm just like playing whack-a-mole right now and fixing any issues we have, right? So for now we can place it here. Okay, so the next thing we want to get is the fuel production, right? So I'm just gonna go do that really quick and I'll be right back. Okay, so I have finished the fuel production. I had to request a few more chemical labs, so let me remove that so it doesn't send more up. And I want to put water over here too. There we go. So basically, we have water and also the two things we need to make oxidizer. Yeah, and then we have the same over here for making the actual fuel itself, right? Ooh, we finished researching legendary quality. Perfect. I can finally get legendary quality stuff. I mean, it's still gonna be a really low chance, but we can work on that. which means I can start to rekit walk over here to process for legendary asteroids and stuff too at some point, but for the time being, we're good. Anyway, so let's see, back to Edgemaster. So this is gonna be our setup for that. Hmm, I need to send up some pumps and stuff too at some point. But okay, other than that, we have a few other things I kind of want to do. I want to make I want to make steel. I want to make iron, and I need to make copper as well, right? So we need like molten iron, copper, and well, steel's also iron. So we need molten iron and copper, and we need to have a few like production areas, right? But before that, let's do like the asteroid kind of area over here, right? I have a few ideas of what I want to do. So I think for both Walker and Bog Water, I have this system where it sorts into 3 different types of asteroids, and then it like processes it into 2 different ingredients, right, per asteroid, and it checks like for how much it has of the secondary ingredient, or like the secondary output, right? And if it has like too much of the secondary output, it uses the basic like crushing recipe, and if it doesn't have enough of the secondary output, it only uses the advanced recipe, right? So I want to do something slightly different from this, which is I'm going to try and use priority belts instead, but we still do want to do like some things entirely the same, right? I am going to be using Astro reprocessing still, I think. So let's have one. Hmm. I'm not sure if we can do all that here. Oh, I could just combine them over here, I guess. So let's see. If I take this belt like this. Mm, I guess. Wait. No, I can do this. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So these will only be put on that side. I want this to be put on both sides. So I guess I kind of have to do. I kind of do have to do something like this. Okay. And then I want this to be sent here. And then I want all of the asteroids from here to be put onto hmm, this side, right? So if I turn this down and then have this go here, that should be correct. And then we can start to process these. And we can use this area for that. So what I want to do, first of all, we might do reprocessing. So let's set up like a split over here to take things from stuff that's been reprocessed, right? So it's gonna have input priority on the right. So it's gonna take stuff that's been reprocessed first. And then I want to do output priority metallic. And then after that we have carbonic. And then after that we have yeah. That seems good. And then after each one of these, they need another splitter, right? And then they need an underground belt like this. And then this needs to basically all get combined into one belt. And this gets sent to the reprocessor, and this is the actual output, I think, right? Is what I want to do. So output priority left, left, left. So this is gonna be the actual output of the asteroids that we can use. This shouldn't have anything coming out actually. Like I don't even need to split over here, but like just to make things more. Oh no, from Prometheum. Prometheum will be coming down from here. Okay. I don't know exactly what I'm gonna do with the Prometheum system, but for now, that's fine. We'll have to see how much space we have left over, right? Because I still need to make ammo and all that stuff. So with that said, though, for the sorting system, yeah. Okay, I want to set up like the crushing and stuff that I was planning on doing, and I'll be right back after that. Okay, and I'm back with our asteroid processing area done, right, kinda? So for reprocessing, I'm basically gonna have these underground belts bring the excess, like, asteroids that we have, right? The stuff that doesn't go down to... Oh wait, I had the priority set up the other way around. Whoop. So it's gonna prioritize sending them down, like, this way, where we don't have, underground belts. And once it fills up these belts, it's gonna send everything else into the underground belt, right? And on one side we have 2 carbon and 2 ice, and then on the other side we have 3 metallic, and just puts them all into one belt, which gets sent back into the filters over here, right? So we can keep reprocessing them. And this thing is set to prioritize taking stuff that's been reprocessed over new asteroids. So that's going to be a thing too. And the next part is our actual like asteroid processing and stuff. So starting from the right, we have iron. So what I'm doing this time is I'm gonna have two output belts, right? One for the advanced process and one for the simple like standard process, right? So for the simpler process, it's gonna just have iron ore on this belt, and it's gonna get to the filter down here where it takes the stuff from the advanced belt, splits it into like the second product, the byproduct, or I guess the secondary product, right, and the primary product, and it puts the primary product into another splitter where it prioritizes taking stuff from the advanced like process, right? So it will basically have iron ore on this belt, but it'd rather take iron ore from this belt, right? So this is always going to be emptying out faster than this, I guess. The only issue we'll have here is... I don't know. I don't think we'll have any issues here. I'm going to try running this and seeing if you have any problems and if it works, right? So the next bit is over here. Same thing with carbon and sulfur, and the same thing with ice and calcite. I'm not sure if like this is gonna be making enough like ice and calcite and like carbon and sulfur and everything, right? So I might put speed modules in this, but I don't think I want to have more crushes than this, given that like Bogwancer kind of has way too many. I might try something like different with this. I'll put speed modules in them if I have to, and we have like quality crushes anyway, right? So it's gonna be a bit faster. However, the placement for this... Oh, also, it's going to be taking them from this belt over here and then putting them back onto another belt. And all the stuff, we're not going to be like putting them back into the machines here. Instead, it's going to take all of them from here and going to send them back into an underground belt that basically takes all of the byproduct asteroid chunks, right? And puts them onto a belt and cycles it back to our anti-system. I'm going to put it back onto this belt over here. I'm going to connect it here, right? So that it will basically just put it back into the filter. I think it's a lot simpler than having to worry about like filling up this belt, because like on Bogwater, I have all these like circuit stuff set up, right? And I don't want to set up circuit stuff on this ship. I'm trying to make it like circuit free. It's gonna take a bit more space, but I think it should be okay. For the placement for this though, I think I might like rotate it though and place it like this. I guess I could have it like around here, perhaps? If I line it up with this, that'd be kind of cool though. Wait, what if... Yeah, what if I lined it up with this, right? And this is ice. So this needs to go... here. Some belt shenanigans here, but that's okay. And then we have iron over here. So iron's like the last one. I guess we could reshuffle them on this side, right? If I do this, and then I have this like going this way. Yeah, taking up a lot of space for belts, which is unfortunate, but I'll see how else we can use that space later. But for the time being... Wait, over here? Yeah, that seems to be correct. So... now we have a bunch of outputs, right? The things we need to do with the outputs are very straightforward. We need to take iron, copper and calcite and smelt it. Iron and calcite and smelt it. We need sulfur and carbon to make rockets. We need just carbon and calcite to make fuel, or yeah, to make fuel. We need iron and calcite to make oxidizer as well. We also need the calcite from here for all those other things, and we need the ice by itself to make water, right? That's pretty much all we need to do. It's kind of almost the same as bog water, because like the only difference is we're going to be making railgun ammo, which still takes like steel and copper cable, so we need to smelt it before that, so that's not going to make anything different, right? And that way we can make explosives and stuff with, yeah, we can make explosives. The ice is only used to make water, right? Like all the ice just goes down here and just used to make water over here, so it should be pretty straightforward. So I'm gonna do a bit of like belt shenanigans to get all of that stuff sorted out, I think. Let's say I had calcite coming in here. And... ooh. No, that won't work. Oh, I guess like I don't need to like do that then. Hmm. I guess it would make more sense to do this and have this be calcite, but this is gonna be calcite too. This is gonna be a bit unfortunate. Let's see, because this is, yeah, this is copper and calcite. Calcite over here. I could have calcite coming in like here in that case, right? And then have the iron ore here. And that can be iron ore and calcite. Then we can mix this over here. And then... so this is calcite, right? For these two, I think that's like plenty. We don't need to do anything else. Yeah, we need to take some of the sulfur, combine it with the carbon. We also need carbon and sulfite. So we need to split this first. I mean, it's already being split. And I don't think sulfur is used for anything else, right? So I guess we need to do this. And we can have that over here, perhaps. I'm probably gonna like redo how I'm doing all this routing depending on where I need to go later. But for the time being, I just want to get this stuff like properly split onto belts and stuff. And then over here we want calcite. But this needs calcite coming in too. So I'm gonna put like this here. And then calcite can go down here, go into here. So this is gonna be calcite, right? And yeah, there we go. So this is carbon and calcite. Oh, I ran out of belts. Why don't you request like 100 belts? There we go. So that's carbon and calcite that's on this belt. We don't need carbon by itself, right? We need carbon and calcite to make fuel, and that's about it. Now next, we have ice. Ice, we just need by itself too. So I'm just gonna send the ice like down here. Yeah, that's pretty much it. The ice needs to go here, and the iron and calcite actually needs to get split to two different places, right? But it's pretty straightforward, so yeah. I guess we could try and start making like all the ammo and everything. The ammo and everything I do want to put back in here. Into like the hub to like monitor how much we have, right, of stores and stuff. But after that, I want to like pull it out of the hub and send it to places. Which means this is gonna be rocket ammo. I guess I could put this here and have like rocket ammo going here, right? That's perfect for rocket ammo. However, we have like a few other types of ammo. I think I'm gonna have to move this yet again. Wait. No, move this. Let's just put it out of the way for now. And I'll put it like somewhere where we actually have space later. Oh, I forgot to actually delete or like control exit. There we go. So let's say we have rocket ammo. I need to move this thing maybe perhaps. I guess I could be a bit silly here and just have rocket ammo go like this. I guess. Now the next types of ammo I need are gun ammo over here. Wait. Boop, boop. So gun ammo needs to go over here, right? Should I even bother with the front of this? I could just like put storage on the front. And just not worry about it, right? I guess. No, we don't have to have storage on the side. Because like, I think it makes more sense to output the ammo from the side. So have rocket ammo, gun ammo, and then railgun ammo? Wait. Railgun ammo has to come from two sides. Okay. That makes things a little bit trickier. Kinda. I can just have it be over here. There we go. So this could be railgun ammo too. So, like, if I put underground, underground, glitter. There we go. So that's like railgun ammo as well. And then we'll have this railgun ammo go over here. Perfect. There we go. So that's like ammo routing outwards, right? Now, let's put the reactor back. Boop. Hmm. It would be convenient for this to be smaller, wouldn't it? Oh, but the energy consumption. Like, if I remove this, and let's say we remove this, and have these pipes, like, connect here, I guess. We can use an underground pipe to reduce, like, the amount of actual blocks, I suppose, yeah. Right, we do something like that. That should be sharing the fuel with everything. Mm, I guess the only thing we need for this now are... No, that's like perfect, yeah. No, that's like totally fine. Yeah, that should output it and cool it here, right? Now, I need to see how many modules I'd need, I guess. Because, like, it shouldn't be that bad. Each one of these increases the speed by 30%. If I have, like, 4 of these, that's 120%, right? So I can have 4 of these and 4 efficiency modules. Yeah, that's totally fine. So we can do that. So we'll get that sorted. I should probably request modules while I'm here then. Give me like 50, 50, 50 productivity while you're at it. Okay, perfect. I haven't thought about how we're going to do Prometheum science production, but we'll figure that out at some point. But with the blueprint of this a bit smaller, I can put this around... here-ish? I want to use as much of the space as possible. And I'm not sure like how much space like the side gun turrets and stuff are going to take, right? I could make this a bit wider, but I don't want to take too much space. I think I can have it right up to this though. Cause yeah. Wait, so let me put one of these down. And if I move this over like here, I think that should still be fine. Because it has enough space for 2 belts. And we can put a gun turret here as well. So that should be fine. We can't put a rocket turret though. Because rocket turret's a bit bigger. Wait a second. I can have an underground belt go here. And that's pretty much perfect, isn't it? So now we can have this, 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 and then this. Okay, so we can access like all of the sides of this. Perfect. In case we need it. I'm not sure if we'll even need it, but I just want to make sure that we have that space and we can use it if we do want to use it. Now, other than that, I could technically have all of this be processed like up here or something, right? The coolant. But I think I'm okay with this design down here. Have it be like 2 different things over here. So I'd want to have this somewhere around here-ish, I guess. And then we can bring in the stuff here. Take out the empty barrels from here. I don't think it's going to take anything out other than empty barrels, so we should be fine. And I'm just going to like dump the empty barrels into the void of space. So yeah, we can do that. Perfect. I still have quite a bit of space, so I need to design the rest of the ship. I will be right back. I want to design the smelter area maybe, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm right about wrapping up the production of all the different types of ammo and stuff. So let me walk you guys through like what I've made so far, right? So first of all, we are making explosives because we need explosives for both rockets and also for railgun rounds, right? Railgun rounds also need explosives. And this is kind of a 2-step process. We need to take coal and sulfur, no, carbon and sulfur to make coal. And then we take the coal and sulfur to make explosives, right? So to do that, we have coal and, no, carbon and sulfur coming in over here. it's gonna be making roughly like 1 carbon per second, or 1 coal per second, which is gonna be sent over here, and this is gonna be making roughly, it's gonna be consuming like 1 carbon per second or 1 coal per second to make 2 explosives per second. I don't think that's enough, but for now we have that. I might expand that. I made this in a way where you can kind of like scale it, so hopefully that's not too bad. I have everything like piped in for now, as in like all the belts and everything, but I want to see like what else we need, right? So for ammo, for regular ammo, right? I only want to make yellow ammo this time because like we have a lot of physical damage like bonuses already, right? And also like if we're making red ammo, first of all, crafting red ammo takes so much more time, right? Mm-mm-mm. Like we'd consume 0.41 to make 0.41. Yeah, that's fine. But we also need like all the copper, all the steel, which means more foundries, right? And it also like gives us like each one of these can support roughly 3 of these. So it takes like a lot more space. We need basically 4 times as many assemblers, plus like at least like 2 more foundries, right, to make the steel and the copper. So I'm gonna just stick with yellow ammo, I think, this time. And the damage difference isn't even that huge, right? Because yellow ammo has a damage of 13, and red ammo has a damage of like 20.8, I think. So yeah, sure, it's like almost like double, but the amount of work it takes like 4 times as much space roughly, right? So I think we should be fine with just yellow ammo, is basically the conclusion. And I'm only using 1 belt here. I have a quirky setup where I take the iron, put it onto like the inside of the belt, and on the outside of the belt is where the ammo is gonna be. And it only just picks up the ammo and stacks it, and then just sends it to the hub. So that's for ammo. This is really, really straightforward. I can put this anywhere I want, right? This little build. I can just like cut this and then just put it wherever. I can even put it directly into the ship or something if I wanted to. That's actually not too shabby. I'm not sure if I want like more ammo production. Like we might want to scale this. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. If I do that, I can copy this, put it here, copy this, put it here, and have a few more, right? And the only thing we need coming in here is smelted iron. Which we can do somewhere else, or even have it like right here, if I wanted to. Like, I could literally just have... If I'm not using iron for other things, we're using it for steel, though. And I'm gonna need it for rockets as well, so we're gonna see where we want to put that, right? And then over here, I have basically a foundry for copper wire and a foundry for steel. And this is used to make railgun rounds. Railgun rounds are made really slowly. They have a crafting time of 25 seconds. So, like, it takes forever to make railgun rounds. I'm not sure how many we're even gonna need. I'm probably gonna have to, like, speed module the hell out of this. And I made it in a design which I can, like, just keep scaling, right? So, that should be fine. Each one of these can support, like, a lot of these. Like, just the copper itself is 24 assemblers. And the foundry by itself is, like, what is that? Like, 4, 8... 9 assemblers roughly, right? So like we can, with 2 of these we can support like 9 assemblers worth of railgun rounds making, and that's without any modules. So I might like double this up, but I'm not sure exactly where to put it. Oh, I do need to get rockets as well. Rockets are like pretty straightforward because we have the explosives coming in. We just need to make the rockets. So it's basically just gonna be iron and explosives coming in, and that's gonna be made into these regular rockets, right? So that's like super simple as well. It's basically just like this build. I can just copy this if I wanted to, right? So that's all well and good. Now the question is, where do I want to put all these things, right? Because the last thing I need to think about is, what am I doing with the promethium that we might be collecting? I don't know if I have enough space to, like, manufacture all the promethium into, whatchamacallit? Into, like, science and stuff, right? So that is kind of a concern. I want to like expand my storage over here actually. What if I do this? Boop. And then do this? I guess it could be up to here. Why not? I'm just trying to clear up the space so that I can have like cargo base over here. That kind of works, right? Do you have enough cargo base left? I have like a lot more. Well, for starters, that's like a few more cargo base that we just placed all over the place. Oh my god, that's quite a lot of cargo base actually. That's pretty cool. That's like a nice use of space over there. Um, some nice belt weaving, I guess. Oh, speaking of belt weaving, this is doing some belt weaving over here too. So yeah, I kind of like this design. However, we just have a few more parts left. I think I'm gonna do that in the next episode though, so I'm gonna put a cut here and I'll be back in the next episode where we'll finish off making all the different ammo types and think about what we want to do about Promethium science, right? Because Promethium science needs biter eggs and the Promethium like chunks from space, right? Mm-hmm. Which is this. Yeah, it needs biter eggs quantum processes, which we need to have on board as well, and Promethium asteroid chunks. So that's gonna be a kind of complicated, I guess. I'm gonna try and do like belt weaving to like store the Promethium chunks is what I was planning. I might just store them in the space platform hub, but it's gonna be very limited, right? If I do that, so I might do like a belt weaving situation somewhere. Since the chunks will be over here, I'll probably bring them down here or something, and have it like pass through this area, go this way, and maybe have a storage area back here, and then do the processing here maybe. So I need to like try and fit the ammo production into this area too. So yeah, I'll try and figure that out in the next episode. Anyway, if you liked the video, don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye!